This is going to be just a few tips on how to use R markdown for generating documents. So the first thing is you can go to here and choose this kind of document, and you'll get a document like this, and you'll see that the R code goes in between this and this. Now this part I believe is just optional, although it's probably good practice to name the code chunks, as they're called. These are called code chunks. It's probably good practice to name them, but for the purposes of this video, I won't do that. So, and to make this easy to generate the code chunks, I'm just going to copy this. So in here, the sections that are not code chunks, you can have text, and you can use certain markdown symbols here to get some variation in the formatting. So I'll use this document here as an example. So if you have some code and you want to set it up, you can just take that section that I just copied and do this, and then do it maybe a space, and then do it again, and then just get rid of the bottom part there, and then you can just put code in here. So that makes it a little bit easy to type in your code if you just copy and paste that. Of course, you can just type the 3 backticks and the 3 backticks here, and you have to have the R at the top, and then you can just put in your code. So I've done that in various places, and you can name your document up here, and so you can have code here, and you can give this kind of heading and use this kind of formatting for the heading, and then here there's no heading, or sorry, no formatting here. You can do that, and then if you want to see the results of this, you can go to knit, and you can choose the type of document. Now, if you want to use PDF, probably the first time you use this, you'll get an error, but then within the error message, it tells you an easy way to solve the problem of not being able to do PDFs, and that is to install a certain package. So it's tidy something, or tinker something, I forget what it is, but you'll get the error message. It will tell you what to do, and then you just install that package, and then this seems to work. The rest of it, these two seem to work without any extra installations. So let's take a look at what this looks like. So this is what it looks like, and because of the heading that I used, I have this kind of heading here, and then this doesn't have any heading. This didn't have any heading, I guess, as well. Then we had the code chunks, and it actually runs the code for the code chunks. Now here I did a little bit of heading for this question, but maybe you don't want that. Maybe you just want to have a question with formatting like this, in which case you don't use any check marks in front of that kind of statement. But here I put some check marks in, so it formatted it like this. Now there's one other thing that you can do, and that is you can type what's called latex for formatting mathematical parts that you want. So I'm not talking about R code, but I'm talking about something like this. So this is really like a math equation, and you can use formatting from latex to do that. And I'll show you how to do that. For example, this also, this also, this also, and this, and this, and so on. So if you want to do that, you use this code here. So it has to be on a separate line. So it can't put this up here. I don't believe this will work. Try and put it here. No, it doesn't work. So it has to be on its own separate line, and then have $, and it ends with $, and this looks like this. So to get this superscript, you use this, and then the T, and that will give it a superscript. And then also, so here's just AB, and okay. And then also, in this case here, if you want a subscript, you use the underscore, and then so this would be U underscore 1. Underscore 1 would give you U sub 1. And this would be U underscore 2 would give you U sub 2. So you can use that to generate subscripts. So this is just a way for you to format documents in R Markdown, and you can use these tips. Now, if you want to do this as a PDF, you can choose a PDF, and that should work, as I said, once you do the installation of a particular package. And you can also do HTML, which will look like this, and you'll still get the equations, the mathematical equations, or mathematical format here, like that. And at the end, for example, you can have a graph. So you just plot, and that will generate a graph. And you can see that for this plot, now this is a bit complicated, so let's not talk about that right here. But you can have the type of plot. So I used a line plot. There are other options. You can look at documentation for the plot, which is actually here. And it's the generic XY plotting. You can have lines. You can have points. You can have O, which will give you a combination of lines and points. You can do histograms. This is kind of odd stair steps, and so on. And in addition to that, you can also give it a color, and this is a line width. So if you're using a line, you can adjust the width of the line with this.
Now, just as I was making this video, someone happened to send me a link about this tool, which is quite useful, I guess, for typing in math equations. That is, if you already have an equation that that's already typed. For example, let me find one here. So here we have some equations. So if you use this tool, it's quite cute. So you have to sign up for this. But anyway, it's called MathPick Snipping Tool. I'm sure you can find it. And then you just do this. And I guess you can just select this. Let's see, maybe I didn't select that quite well enough. But it captured it anyway. I don't want the TH there. But then there are different types of latex that it will produce for you. And this is the one that we need. I guess I have to delete this TH, by the way. But I can just click on that and it's copied. And then I suppose that we can just go back to our R code. And let's suppose we put it at the very end here. And you can do that. I guess we have to get rid of this text. And there. Okay. So that's a very handy tool, I guess, if you already have found the equation. But it's not too difficult to type in this latex in this case. But you may find some complicated equations. For example, let's try it on one of these. See how well it works. Okay, it seems to work quite well. And then you just click here. As I said, there are different formats. But I think for our markdown, we need this type. So we go to here, and let's try it. Yeah, so it works quite well. This is an amazing tool that I just discovered as I was making this video.